I'm out changing out the coil today on the truck. I always hate these Ford setups here. The 8791 was the easiest. And these things are loose in a goose. Now these Canadian Fords, they were built different from the emissions on the truck, so they won't have the MAF flow sensor that connects to the throttle body. So if your state requires emissions, you can probably get away with it, because they did build these in Canada for the US models, but they had to use Canadian emissions. Just look it up. If you get pulled over or something, then you more likely will beat it in court. Boy, it is windy today. There is the old coil. Let's see how nasty it is today. Yeah, she's been used and abused, so got a little bit green on the contacts. So, and these are aluminum contacts. I like the brass; they're better. So, the new ignition coil is the API. These brackets are the stupidest design ever. You always want to undo your negative battery cable on here and not your positive when you change out the coil or do your stuff here, but I didn't with doing the spark plugs because I know what I'm doing. And this is a little bugger to get on. Okay, I got that barely threaded on that one. Now on these, you don't have to do hash cross like you would on tightening up a head bolt or something. You just screw them on. And it's a 7/32. I don't know what the standard SAE would be for it, but when the finger tighten these up, and please don't use impacts on this. All the stupid people will. Okay, let's see here now. Let's get the ratchet going now. All right, let's see here. Make sure it's turning right. These old Stanley ratchets are not want to work anymore. You just need to snug these. You don't need to over tighten them. You break the contacts on here. Now on your 302 and 351, these will be up front by the distributor. For one of your emissions ones. Damn wind blowing. Oh, that's nice. Now this is the first 300 I've had that will bust the tires loose when you give it some gas. So the engine has been gone through by different people I've talked to that's had this truck. I'll get a bore scope when the time's right, and I'll stick them down the spark plug holes and look at the pistons and see if they got stampings on them. But usually when you bore these over, these heads are, when you have a head gasket go out, usually these heads start warping. So, and plus it's got brass freeze plugs, you can't get those out of parts house. All right, we'll hook that back up right there. Okay, let's get the ignition coil back on. The wire. Let me get the breather back on, I'll start it up. Always save your old parts too. All right, I'll start it up for you guys, let you listen to the raw power with no catalytic converter. That's a bitch. Your ratchet will be your best friend on these instead of a screwdriver. So if you're out here in the cold, you won't be hurting your hands. Oklahoma weather's unpredictable. We got 4 seasons in 1 week. You people in Arizona don't count. Now on your ones with the MAF sensor, you'll have the breather that comes out with a plug right there that has the MAF. And these design that Ford did sucks. They just suck. All right, I'm gonna hook the battery back up. Start it up. Now, since it doesn't have the emission stuff, it's going to start like a carbureted.